Hi, this is the Bratz Boyz Club, and I am Jesse, and today I'm going to introduce you to another one of my Bratz Boys. This Bratz Boy is somewhat special because I was planning on purchasing him, but I hadn't really had the chance because the only available ones at the moment were a little bit overpriced. I was still considering acquiring him later on during this year, but I was hoping that I would have a chance at having more options. And fortunately, that happened a couple of weeks ago, but I hadn't really had the chance to upload a video about him yet, and today I will. This particular Bratz Boy, I believe, is sort of like belongs to 5 editions of the Sportz theme or series that the Bratz Boys had. I'm not really sure if there are other Sportz editions. As far as I'm concerned, according to my little Bratz Boys fan page, there's only 5 of them. And so he belongs to 2 of them. I believe I have already uploaded a video before this one, of course, with him in another one of the Sportz editions in our series. This one happens to be the first edition of the Play Sportz series. And without further ado, here he is, coolest ever Bratz Boy of the bunch, Mr. Cameron. Of course, I love all the others and will always love them. And I'm a die-hard fan, super fan of my Bratz Boys. But so here he is, my 2005 Cameron from the Play Sportz edition, Play Sportz series, sorry, first edition. As I mentioned, there are 5 editions for the Play Sportz series, and he happens to be in 2 of them. I actually uploaded a video before this one where he was in another one of the editions. But here he is, and I was actually very shocked because when I bumped into him a couple of weeks ago, I took one look at the price, the collector's price, and I was just freaking out because it was about like $70 or almost $70 under the prices that I had seen online for him. And in such a condition, it was a shock to me. It was the shock of my life. I could not believe that Mr. Cameron from the first edition Play Sportz, or Mr. Cameron from the, Fumblin Football collection inner series from the Sportz edition, Sports series, Play Sportz series, first edition. I could not believe he was going to be that cheap. Most of the other options I was looking at online were sort of like, kind of like a little bit more expensive than that. We were looking at 3 number figures here, so I was really disappointed for a little bit, and I was thinking, well, maybe I'm going to have to give up and sort of like purchase him later in the year to see maybe what I could do to minimize I was going to try to see if I could minimize the financial little issue I was going to have by purchasing him, and how I could make that happen. As like I said before, I've run out of money and I can't really purchase these in bulk anymore. But that's fine because now I'm doing it one at a month of the ones that I can actually afford. And like I said, I'm going to keep growing my little sexy Bratz Boyz collection no matter what. I'm going to try my best to do so. But I'm just really happy that I was able to find this guy, and I was able to purchase him for around the same price, almost the same price that I paid for my 20th anniversary, 20 years of Bratz Boy Cameron. Actually, I bought 5 of those. Those, I believe, were at $25.99 when I purchased them. I'm pretty sure now they're like a lot less because they're not as popular. I'm thinking they went down like $6 or something like that, so they're not as like special. But either way, I'm very happy because I got this guy. It's such a great collectibles price, and I can't believe it. But so here he is in all of his excellent glory. Uh, since this is a 2005, uh, sort of like mid 2000s, stuff started to change. Like the situation sort of changed for these guys. It was not really anymore as like the biggest thing, and more importantly, there were some legal issues that MGA, the coolest company in the world, was having with the loser company Mattel and their disgusting Barbie doll toy, because they were trying to claim that they owned the rights to the Bratz. Because according to theory, the the creator of the Bratz sort of like uh, took the idea or had the idea of the Bratz while they were this person was working at the Mattel company while working with Barbie and all that other garbage, which is totally lie. But anyway, so back to this, and so I'm very, very excited because he's now a part of my collection, of the ever-growing collection of Bratz Boyz that I have and that I will keep acquiring, growing. But either way, so mid 2000s, we see a slight reduction in sort of like everything that comes with the Bratz and the Bratz Boyz, particularly the Bratz Boyz, because like I think I've mentioned this before, the Bratz Boyz were sort of like not like the kind of like favorite child of MGA. They were sort of like the side kind of like, you know, buddy of the Bratz. The Bratz were sort of like the most important addition of theirs, and they gave them a lot more money, of course. So the Bratz still had a little bit more than the boys, but the boys still had a little bit something, if anything, left. So we see that in the mid 2000s, the boxes get smaller. The accessories start to like sort of like disappear. There's not as many accessories as there used to be, which is pretty sad. But so you get a little bit of stuff here and there. You get a little trading card, and then you get the doll actually with what the doll is wearing. You may get a little ball, maybe. You may get a little bat and a ball, like I have in with one of my other Bratz Boyz for the same Play Sports series. Another edition, of course, and that one's not Cameron. But so you get a lot less now. In the mid 2000s, you get definitely a lot less. For some reason, I do have a couple of other Bratz Boyz that I purchased a long time ago. I think they were part of the first 5 who were in 2005, and they had a little bit more than this guy here, or these guys. I don't understand why that is, because this one is pretty much the same year as the other Bratz Boyz, but I guess depends on the series or collection or whatever. But either way, so things get a little shrunken down. You have a little less accessories. You still get the sexy and most epic, adorable, hot, super babes Bratz Boyz, but everything else is kind of changing, which is fine. But so here he is. And pretty much the art on the box remains the same. It looks kind of like the same. There's pretty much nothing like that different. You get the cardboard piece in the back with a little description, including the Bratz Boyz logo and the Play Sports name for the series and or collection, and of course the name of the theme, which is Fumblin Football. And then of course there's this introductory sentence right here, this boys got game, you know, trying to keep it in the sports kind of or kind of like feeling or whatever you want to call it. And then everything else is just a little bit of an introduction about him and a little sexy picture of Mr. Super Hot Cameron. He just looks gorgeous. And a picture of the field, the football field in the background, along with a couple of little, like, what are those, like, bleachers or what? It's been a long time since I've been in high school, you can tell, right? So it just looks amazing from the back as usual. And then from the front, you get a little showcase, like plastic showcase, as you always do with these boxes, showcasing the Bratz Boy. and making sure you can see, you know, the accessories he comes with, the little trading card in case, and a couple of other things, and of course Mr. Cameron in this case, and what he's wearing, so it'll showcase everything. Sometimes you can even take a look and see a little poster in there, and some of these come with posters that you can take out and unfold and put them on in your room if you're that much of a fan, or were back then. So, and then of course it has a little cardboard piece which has the same, most of the same stuff that the back cardboard cutout piece has, with the Bratz Boyz logo, the Play Sports series name, and the theme introductory right there with a little bit of a phrase in the bottom. But yes, so pretty much you get like everything. A little bit less, but still a little bit of like I would consider everything. Let me tip this over so you can take a look at the top of the box, as I usually do. Not always, but usually. I know sometimes I miss the boat on this one, so I don't really do the tip over. But either way, so here he is. You can take a look at the bottom. I can see his little helmet. You can see, I think, even the little football down there. And you can see the little poster underneath his little sneakers that he's wearing. He just looks amazing. He's like super hot. I'm going to do the little tip over on the other side so you can take a look at the bottom of the box. Oh, my glasses look kind of crooked. So here he is. I don't think there's a retail here down there. I doubt it. But there's like some info in there too. And you can see the Bratz Boyz logo, the Play Sports series name, and then the Fumblin Football theme name, and some other phrase in there. I'm going to stop like moving it too much so you can actually take a look at the bottom of the box, and it doesn't look hopefully too blurry for you. So here we are. So like I was saying, he is one of 5 different Play Sports editions for the Bratz Boyz. This one in particular was an edition from 2005. And it was considered the first edition from 2005. Oh my god, my phone's ringing. Who cares? But, so, it was the first edition from the Play Sports, and it was from the year 2005. Which means there are other editions. I counted, according to this Bratz Boyz fan page list, a total of 5 editions for the Play Sports series, or collection, whatever you want to call it. And he happens to be, this one in particular happens to be in the first edition Play Sports series or collection from 2005. So I am just so happy I could get my hands on him, and I was able to find him at such a reasonable collector's price that I did. It was incredible. I believe the shipping plus the taxes was kind of like equal to what the price actually was, which was a disaster. But it made everything easier either way, I think. I was still really, really happy with this purchase. And I was incredibly thrilled to add Mr. Sexy, Super Epic, Gorgeous, and Hot Cameron to my ever-growing collection of Bratz Boyz that I have in my little bedroom now. They are in their own little shelves, looking all super hot and sexy and cute. And I can't wait to keep adding more throughout the year because they are so hot and sexy. And there is no other toy doll like they are. Move this thing up. And so, thank you very much for watching and for wanting to be introduced to my ever so hot and sexy, studly Mr. Bratz Boy Cameron from the Play Sports Collection Inner Series, first edition from 2005. And I believe it's called the Fumblin Football or something like that. And I'll see you again pretty soon when I upload another video of yet another one of my Bratz Boyz that I have added to my ever-growing, awesome collection of Bratz Boyz. And who knows, I'll probably keep uploading videos over and over again, non-stop forever and ever and ever. Hopefully ever. But thank you so much for watching. If you didn't, thank you so much either way. And hopefully, if you do think about watching in the future, or if you want to watch, just go ahead and watch one of crazy, weird little cheap videos about my Bratz, super sexy, studly, epically hot Bratz Boys. And I cannot wait to upload another video again so soon, and I will. And I cannot wait to introduce all of you guys to another one of my Bratz Boys in the near future, pretty soon actually. And I'm really dying to show you a surprise, one of which I'm really, really happy about, and I cannot wait to upload that video in particular. But either way, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time when I upload my next video. Thank you, and bye.